everybody, and happy Video Monday. Teshia Maher here with you, and this week I want to talk to you about abdominal muscles, and specifically the expression, abs are made in the kitchen. And essentially, I just want to share my thoughts about this common expression. First of all, I do think there is a lot of truth to it. I believe that eating in a clean, balanced way will absolutely help you to create more abdominal definition, or at least be able to see the abdominal definition that you have there already more. So let me back up a little bit. First of all, we all have abs. Whether we can visibly see them in the mirror or not, they are there. What we also often have is a layer of fat covering our abdominal muscles. So what do we need to do first? We need to remove the layer of fat so that we can actually see the definition that's been there all along. So how do we do this? Number one, of course, we can use exercise. And I don't just mean, sit up after sit up after sit up, but cardiovascular exercise is usually, very helpful for removing any excess, as can, doing some resistance training. So a mix of exercise and regular exercise can be helpful in removing that excess weight that we're holding onto. Beyond this, identifying food allergies can be helpful, because oftentimes if we're eating a food like wheat or dairy and we're allergic to it, well, there's an inflammatory response that happens in the body which can create inflammation disguised or represented by bloating. I remember before I eliminated wheat from my diet, I actually had this puffiness in the lower part of my stomach that was virtually there all of the time. And when I eliminated wheat, almost overnight, I had abs. It was pretty awesome. So identify any suspect food allergies, exercise to remove that layer of fat, and then also eating clean. So if you're eating a high processed foods diet, then it's very likely that you're also consuming a lot of excess sodium and excess sugar, both of which are absolutely going to cause bloating everywhere, but also, or most specifically, probably in your stomach. So eating clean or transitioning towards a cleaner whole foods diet almost right away is going to result in some weight loss and, again, a decrease of inflammation, which will make your body look leaner, smaller, tighter, make your belly look flatter. The other thing I want to mention beyond these things is hormones. So if you happen to have a high level of circulating cortisol, so cortisol is our stress hormone. If your cortisol happens to be high, it's actually been correlated, cortisol has actually been correlated with abdominal fat storage. So if it seems like, you're doing everything right and yet still you're not seeing those abs, it could be due to a hormonal response that's happening. So how do you get cortisol under control? You sleep more, you rest more, you exercise, but you don't over-exercise. You want to make sure that you don't overwork yourself. So the key to balanced cortisol levels is everything in moderation, and it's remembering that expression, more is not always better. So strive for balance in your life, and you'll have happy cortisol levels to boot. So keep these things in mind when it comes to perhaps that desire that you have for a flat abdominal section. Identify food allergy, eat clean, eat an unprocessed foods diet. I also want to throw in there, eat, balanced meals, eat a sufficient amount of food, but not, again, excess. So again, it's that balance thing. The third thing is making sure your cortisol is in check. Exercise also. And then once you have removed that layer of fat, or that inflammation or whatever was going on, then that's when you really want to zero in on your exercise routine, your ab moves, so that you can build those muscles more so that they show up even more. I hope that makes sense. I hope that is helpful as always. And next Monday, please tune in again because I'm going to show you my absolute favorite ab moves for a flat belly. Thank you for watching. Visit my Facebook page, Teshia Maher and the Home of Living Live. I have a really beautiful community of people on there, and there's always lots of great discussions going on, and I'm always giving lots of nutrition and yoga related tips and health related tips in general. So please follow my page, and thanks for following me here on YouTube.